Let's take some improv classes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that won't be a disaster.
Why would it be a disaster?
I think just some of the things that would come out of our unfiltered mouths would not be as funny as they sounded in our head.
That's fair.
Not necessarily offensive, but not nearly as funny as we would hope they would be.
Probably. There's always, I don't know. I don't know that there's really not a lot of improv that's funny just on its own. Like an improv show can be funny, but for the most part, it's like, it's more of laughing with the person doing the improv than actually the jokes that they make in the improv.
Fair.
Because usually it's not very funny. I watched Jesselnick? Jesselnick, yes. Jesselnick and Schwartz on Netflix. You see that? Yeah. I mean, those are funny.
No, but there was another improv thing on Netflix. That was pretty good. Weirdly, it was God, he was in I think it was AT&T, like the AT&T commercials.
Beck Bennett. He's on SNL.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, is he on SNL?
Yeah.
I haven't watched SNL in forever.
He's really fucking funny. Him and Kyle Mooney are hilarious.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun.
Yeah, their YouTube's great. But wait, it was Jesselnick and Beck Bennett? I'll have to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I don't know if it was Jesselnick. I think it was Beck Bennett and I'll have to look it up.
What was it? His partner from YouTube? Because
I don't know. I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, that was the guy. Didn't I show you the video of shit? What were there? They did like one about Sasquatch. What was the one? Oh, my mom's a MILF. Have I not shown you that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'll show it to you. It's pretty funny. But yeah. What, Jesselnick and Schwartz. Those guys are pretty funny. But
it's Middleditch. Middleditch
that
and
one.
Schwartz.
Middleditch.
Yeah, that was the one I watched.
Jesselnick. Oh, okay.
Jesselnick is he's a different comedian.
Who the fuck? Okay. Middleditch.
Anthony Jesselnick.
I apologize to Middleditch. Sorry. You're very funny.
I'm glad that we spent 5 minutes arguing over watching the same
the wrong person. Oh my god.
This is high high comedy.
Did you see that thing? Oh yeah, I saw it. No, it was a different one.
No, it was a different
one. Okay.
Oh no, it was the same one. Just took us 5 minutes to get there.
Anyway, my point being, the jokes on that, which you now know what I'm referring to because you have also seen it, as it turns out, were more the audience relating to them knowing that it was improv than it was them making jokes. There were some good jokes in there, but it was more just them being goofy. Which is still funny. There's nothing to discount. Fucking improv is hard. Any kind of it is, I applaud, but almost died.
Almost, but
I didn't.
Champion.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh no! Oh no! It was a valid attempt.
Well, okay, so there was some strategy involved where if I didn't jump, why can't I back out? Oh, because everybody died. Excellent. Anyway, if I hadn't jumped, then I would have been stuck there, and if that one started shaking, I would have had nowhere to jump. So I had to move to that one.
That's fair.
Because then I could at least, if that one started moving, jump to the final one on the other side. You have to kind of jump with the spinny thing. You can't jump into it.
True.
So strategy tip, don't jump into the spinny thing. Jump.
I obviously already know.
Yeah, obviously Logan does. He's published a book on it. Read it. Find it on Amazon. It's called Fall Guys and Me, not Fall Guys for Dummies. That one.
Yeah, Fall Guys and You. Check out the sequel, Fall Guys and You.
Fall Guys and You. To show the you. No, but Yeah, don't buy Fall Guys for Dummies because that is a different brand.
I'm actually in a court legal case about it.
Yeah, they copied a lot of. There's a lot of similarities between certain pages, and
They ripped me off.
Albeit
it's a very
that
sensitive subject, and I can't talk a lot about it.
There are very similar techniques used, considering there's only 7 buttons. But my point is, a lot of the phrasing is very similar. Like, nobody says jump to the left like I do. So
yeah, it's a touchy subject. And,
it's touchy. Well, I'm gonna cut all this out. This isn't staying in.
No.
There was
It's not funny enough.
I recently saw on Instagram there was an artist who, like, that was the exact situation. Like, he wrote an art book, and then some dude was also writing an art book about. It was specifically using ink, and so he claimed copyright on him, like, using his techniques, which on the surface sounds like it doesn't have any case, but he went into it a little bit and was like, well, this is almost identical to mine. And then, you know, it's not just all black and white. It is in ink, so it literally is black and white, but that is besides the point. It's not... there's gray area to some of it, so it will have to go to a court case in order to be fleshed out and figure out who owes who what. I'm not going to make any presumptions as to who stole from who. Nobody stole from it. I don't know. It's up to the court. There's no simple answer. Because,
Speaking of
like,
court,
go ahead.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was
Sad.
very sad. She was
Alright.
pretty cute.
Just wanted to throw that out there. Back to what you were saying.
Back to what I was saying. After you've rudely interrupted me and had nothing to say other than Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, which I love that her nickname was the notorious RBG.
RBG.
I love that. She was funny. She did a lot. She was a good people. So, R.I.P. RBG. RGB.
RGB.
No, RBG.
RGB.
RGB. RGB is the color code for Adobe. Don't listen to me. Anyway, talking about Instagram, people stealing stuff, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so I understand that there is the ability to steal from people, but when you're using techniques like that, there is murky waters. So it would be the equivalent of me teaching people how to animate, and then some other dude was like, well, here's how this guy does it, and then phrasing it the same, and then just using different pictures, essentially is what I saw. Which, to be fair, he did draw his own things, so it's not entirely stolen, but he did steal verbiage, so it's more up to that. It'd be like if I retaught the, what is that book that I bought? The guide to, no. What is that book? The big Disney animation book.
Oh, I have no clue.
I literally looked at it today. It's something about bringing your drawing, animating life, drawing life, something like that. Anyway, it'd be like if I picked up that book, drew my own things, but used pretty much all that they said.
Mm-hmm.
And the other discrepancy that was valid was that the guy who stole stuff, his stuff that he puts out on Instagram isn't really the stuff that he's addressing in the book. So it seems like he's not even using those techniques himself, so he would have had to take them from somebody else in order to implement them. That's just my hot take. I would also be upset if somebody... Sorry, yeah. Quote unquote funny. Yeah, sorry, I list these as gaming and comedy, so I really shouldn't address any hot topics or anything that's not funny.
We're topical. Hashtag topical.
I'll do my best. I'll put in this title for these the category, I'll put topical. and funny with an I at the end of it.
So they know we're quirky. Put a little
Funny.
heart over the eye too.
Well, I don't
Or
write
smiley
it.
face.
I can't.
No, you're
I don't have an
handwrite
emoji.
it.
I don't have an
Handwrite it
emoji
onto
keyboard. I'm gonna put a sticker on my computer.
YouTube. It may not look like it, but this has a heart under it.
It does. What? I don't think we were even being funny before. How do we accomplish such comedy?
Total
Give
chance.
me a funny scenario, and I'll. I don't know what I'll do.
Make jokes about it.
Give me a funny, like a airline food, like, give me a Jerry Seinfeld hook, and I'll bring
You're
it
talking
home.
to me.
Yeah, you. No, I wasn't talking to the audience. How are they gonna input anything? Put it in the comments section. Next time, I'll be sure to address it.
Yep.
Tell me what you think.
Just angrily yell at your screen. Don't write it down. Just yell until we get it.
I will receive it. I have a psychic connection to everyone on this planet. You just have to be loud enough. 120 decibels will do.
No.
130 is too
garbage
loud.
collector.
Garbage collector. Hey! Talk about the scum of the earth.
That wasn't nice.
That wasn't nice. I appreciate all that garbage collectors do. That honestly, that is a fucking rough job, and I really appreciate the guys who take the extra effort to like pick up trash
Do it,
cans
bro.
that people
No,
have.
we know.
Shit!
Oh, I almost made it too.
If I
Oh.
was not talking about garbage collection, I would have made it, and that's a guarantee. No, I really do. I think garbage men are awesome because they do, at least the ones who are kind enough to like set the trash can back down, or if somebody's blows away, I've seen some of them will pick it up and put it back where it belongs. Like, I understand that you're on a
Like
tight
decent
schedule,
human
so if
people.
and if they take time out of their tight schedule to do that, I think that's awesome. So I salute you, and I also appreciate that you make more money than the teachers who probably told you would be a garbage man.
Oh, irony. That's good.
Because I remember that was a threat that teachers used to tell people. Oh, you're going to be a garbage man when you grow up. Okay, well, you're going to teach kids for a living, and you're going to make shit money.
Yeah.
Suck on that.
Or like the people who come into Target. I think there was something I saw on the Target subreddit because, you know, I'm on Reddit, and I work at Target. That'll locate me, right? You have to bleep that out?
No, I don't think so.
No? Cool.
Nobody knows where
I
you
work
live.
at Target. Sure, nobody does. Yeah, I work at Target.
Okay.
There was something like someone told their kid, like, this is why you get an education so you don't end up pushing cards at Target. And we're like,
Oh.
this guy, we're like, I have a college degree.
Yeah, I mean, that's not where you ended up. This isn't your end game. Like, I'm only 20.
Yeah, I'm just... Can we age
I'm
ourselves?
early 20s.
Early 20s.
I'll leave it somewhat ambiguous so people know that we're legal in case they want to send us nudes.
Early, you know, just in case. Early to mid
Just in
20s. Like, this isn't the end. It's just where I am at the moment.
Yeah,
You know,
and what
during a
also what's
pandemic.
wrong what's
Wear your
wrong with that?
masks. Wear your mask when you come into Target, or I will strangle you with it. Rant over.
You really won't be able to breathe. Did you see the thing from, was it Utah? The news report of the lady who was like, George Floyd was on the ground, he said he couldn't breathe, and now I'm being told that I have to wear a mask and I can't breathe, but I still have to wear the mask. Like, maybe shut the fuck up. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not
thought.
gonna make it. Oh, come on, Big Hita, save me! Nope. Someone got in my way.
You got
Awesome.
it. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I think I was 40. I think I was the last one.
Ooh, pushing it.
Woo!
Anywho, nothing wrong with working at Target, right? Like, you're serving that person too. Like, what would that person do without Target? Why are they insulting Target?
I mean, there's people who come in and be like, why do we need to wear a mask? There's nobody in here. Like, there's not 20 employees working there.
Right. Why does that person give a shit?
People are dumb.
I don't know.
Wear your mask. Don't be dumb.
Seriously. Yeah, please don't. If you don't wear a mask, don't watch our channel. I don't want you. Go away.
Yeah, thin the herd now.
Yeah, we'll thin them out. Honestly, even though we're struggling to find anybody to listen to us, I don't care. If you don't wear a mask, don't listen to us. I will set that standard right now. But now, I'm gonna cut this part. I'm gonna cut this part out. All of the dummies who are like, "Whoa, he told me not to. I'm gonna do it." Now they're gonna follow our channel, even though they don't wear a mask.
Just to spite us. Ha!
Yeah,
look at you being spiteful. And
now we're getting viewers. Yeah, but I'm gonna cut this out because then it won't work. This isn't gonna work. Oh, shice.
Oh, I might not make this. Unless I can
you're
really eat this jump. Nah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, fixed.
Oh! Go! Oh! It was so close.
Oh, I saw you right there.
Bump me.
All right, I'll back out because that was only round 1.
Oh, you're too kind.
I know. You know, we can't make it look like you don't know what you're doing. We have to make it look like you're the professional. So anytime you don't win a crown, I'm just going to cut it out.
Perfect.
We'll have a 5-minute video. I'm just going to mash it up so it looks like we've just been playing an endless round. How'd these people come back in? You know, the game's lagging. Servers are weird. Logan, we're not being funny.
That's all right. We'll just cut this part out.
We're going to end up with a 2-minute video. For all the times we weren't funny. Trying not to give us too much stuff to refer to so we don't have to put any more goofiness in, because doing that Borderlands editing was it was funny, but it was strenuous. There were a lot of edits I had to put in. Well, I didn't have to put anything in, but I felt necessary to enhance our jokes to put some stuff in there. So enjoy. If you haven't watched, go back and find our Borderlands playthrough debut.
Look at us go. What's the channel called? Because I don't
Poops
know.
and Giggles. It's called Poops and Giggles. I was honestly surprised that nobody else had that channel name. So
maybe they don't want
it's a really
a professional title.
It was a good thing that I snagged that up because I had already designed a logo and made an intro and a title sequence and a song. So
yeah, are we
that would have
allowed
been.
to use the emoji for that?
Why not? I mean, it's technically 2 emojis mashed. So Apple doesn't have a copyright on that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was like open source or not.
It's an artistic. I think it's artistically augmented enough that I have full legal right to use that.
All right.
And if we ever get famous enough to get sued, then they can take it up with us then.
Not likely.
Not likely. So give us them bucks while we still can. I was also looking at advertising so we could put our channel on other people's advertisements before other videos. And it would cost us like 3 cents per view or something. So
interesting.
I very strongly considered it, but I don't think we want to piss people off when they're just trying to watch how to bake a cake.
I didn't know we could like advertise our stuff on other people's channels like that.
Yeah, you've never seen like sometimes I'll get rap videos in front of, like, as an ad. Somebody will have their channel with them rapping in front of my video, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair, but for the most part, it's probably big businesses that you get, and you also get targeted based on what it is that your demographic is and where you're from. But every once in a while I'll get those stray ones. One of my favorite ones, I don't know if you've seen this one, but I've seen a couple of times. There's this one that's like a guy trying to teach you how to pick up girls or something every single time. something like that. Get any
I may
girl
have
you
seen
want.
that one before, yeah.
But it was like a 40-minute video, and I was like,
Jeez.
okay, this has got to be good. So I watched the whole thing.
Did you really?
I did. I sat there and I watched a 40-minute ad.
Does that count towards a view for him? Or is that
Yeah,
just...
I think so. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I skipped the last 2 minutes because he was talking about how to sign up, and I didn't want to listen to that. I was just listening to him tell a story. So this web, hold on, this that's not even the peak. This web goes deep. So I watched the whole thing. It was 40 minutes. It was this guy talking about how he tried to become a pickup artist because he was rich and not famous, but he was rich and he had met supermodels and dated all girls and whatever. But it wasn't enough for him. He wanted to be able to get any girl he wanted. And so he stopped his job where he was rich and had all kinds of money and super nice car and clothes.
A pickup artist?
And became a pickup artist, even though he had money and clothes, which is usually enough for most girls, and a job. That's probably more important than the other ones.
The shallow ones, yeah.
Yeah, but he said he went to New York to become a pickup artist, and then all he was able to do with his pickup artistry was pick up women at the end of the night at a bar who were drunk, which anybody can do. It's not hard. They're clearly there for sex. Just go to the bar and wait. Anyway, don't need to be a pickup artist for that. So...
No, it's a very fine-tuned art skill that he has mastered.
I'm sure he knows
him and his efforts.
I'm sure he's an expert on negging women to get them to do what he wants.
I'm sure being rich is also very helpful.
Well, at that point he was broke because he was living in New York and paying for the apartments, and he didn't have a job anymore. So clearly he lost all of his hundreds of thousands of dollars in that time he was in New York. Anyway, so he goes through this. He tells this sob story of how he got this girl, like when he was still employed, he got this girl who he really liked, and he didn't know how to talk to her, and so he finally got her to go out with him, and then she cheated on him or something like that. Like, they weren't dating, so it wasn't cheating, but whatever. I'm sure it was his fault. Anyway. So...
Yeah, the artist isn't a good person? Weird.
Right. So, he goes through this whole spiel, and then he's like, and this is how you do it, and then he just told you how to sign up. So, after this whole thing, months later now, I was researching animation stuff, and first I have to describe how he was telling this story, because it wasn't just a guy talking to a camera. It was a guy who was talking over top of basically like a storyboard, where it was just pictures that were drawn of the events that were happening. So it was the weirdest thing too. Like, it was very clearly like just a default thing that some dude threw together as an animation. And so he would just have these pictures that were drawn, and while the pictures were there, he would be talking, and then there was this hand holding a pencil that would like just move over top of the drawing to make it look like somebody was actively drawing it, you know?
Oh, that's horseshit. I fucking won that.
Oh. Did it do that thing where you cross the finish line and it didn't pick it up?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That does piss me off.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's something with the server. Anyway. So he has this hand going over top of it, but it's not actually drawing. It's just like they wipe in part of the thing as it's like the hand's over top of that section of whatever the drawing is. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, this is the weirdest way, because it didn't even match up with where the hand was. At a certain point, they were just kind of wiping in, because it's a 40-minute video. Like, it's long. That's a lot of effort to do. Even though it's not a lot of effort, it's still a lot of effort. So he... and there were certain parts where it was just a still image or whatever, and they didn't draw it in. But for the most part, the hand would draw over top, and it looked fine for the first 2 minutes, but then after that, they were just doing that, and it didn't even line up. They didn't even try. So, cut to me like months later after I've watched this, and I was looking up animation stuff, and I was looking to get an animation quote to see how much I should charge for animating. And I saw this company that would give you a price on how much it would cost to animate stuff, and they let you select what kind of animation you would like, And so there was 2D and 2D traditional and 2D storyboarded. And I found the exact template that they used to do this dude's ad where it was like 2D simulated. And it was this image of some hand over top of like just a storyboarded whiteboard drawing.
Awesome.
And so I found the company that this ad used to buy this animation from. And I even found like they would do scripting and voice acting if you paid extra. So whatever this company is paid like $12,000 to make up this story and then have them very fucking terribly sketch over top of whatever the animation was. It was just a mess. And I watched all 40 minutes of it.
I mean,
so I guess
in some capacity.
Guess it worked, but I didn't learn anything, and all I learned was I have the capacity to waste 40 minutes of my life if it's relatively shitty enough.
Mildly interesting.
I could have watched 3 episodes of Jersey Shore, but whatever, and I'd be just as good at picking up women afterwards. Well, we got eliminated. Anyway, I just thought it was...
We're more entertaining than this 40-minute ad that you wasted your life on.
Well, okay, I think I was playing Smash Bros. Or something. Like, I wasn't just watching it. It got hard to watch, actually, based on how terrible the quote-unquote animation was. And it was really depressing to hear this guy be like, oh, I bought this girl sushi, and I...
Made those exact sounds.
He did. I guarantee it. If you listen to our channel and you ever encounter this quote-unquote animation,
please let us know.
Please, first of all, let us know. Second of all, subscribe. Third of all, watch all 40 minutes of it. You will not regret it. You will learn nothing.
Or you might.
Hopefully they can convince you not to buy their product. I don't know what their product is. It was a 40-minute video, and not a single second in that video did they describe how to go about purchasing their product.
No, you have to sign up. Clearly,
you have to watch to the end. I promise. It was just this dude telling this story, and he kept saying the same thing over and over again, and it was fucking annoying, and the drawing was terrible. I wish they had hired me instead. I would have at least animated something and then looped the animation maybe, but it was just annoying because, God, I can't even describe it. Okay, this is a promise. If I ever encounter this ad again, I will screen cap it on my phone. I will put it in right here, and I will give you a small demonstration of what the fuck the hand thing I'm talking about is, because it was awful and I hated it. So don't. If you find it, listen to it. Don't watch it. The guy had a somewhat soothing voice, but I assume he was a voice actor, so it wasn't actually a real person.
Voice actors are not real people.
That's true. I hold that belief strongly. As an animator who in the future will have to work with them, I fully believe that they aren't real people.
No,
I'm entirely kidding.
There were actually 40 individual people all bound together by tape.
It's true. That's the only way that they can make those voices. Are you kidding me? But voice actors have a tough job, and I appreciate everything they do. And I hope that if anybody out there is a voice actor, or even an aspiring voice actor,
and let me voice act. I love to voice act.
Oh no, I meant I need a voice actor to work on my animation. Do you want to work on my animation?
I'll do it.
Okay. I mean, I want to do it myself, but I know that there are certain pitches that I cannot reach because I am a boy. So
I actually had a sound design class in school, which was a lot of fun. And there were a couple times where I voiced over, because we had to try to avoid using like voices in stuff, just because it was hard to cut out like the background sound.
Yeah.
That was my knuckles cracking, by the way.
Logan broke his neck. Anyway, continue, actually, Logan.
Just, head cocked to the side, still talking.
Continue. We'll call an ambulance later.
Cool. In ambience?
I said ambulance. I will slow it down. I will slow it down and you will hear
Call the
ambulance. Ambulance. I'll kill you. My intent was ambulance.
Anyway.
Go ahead. God.
The thing that I have noticed with editing your own voice is that I hate it. I hate the way that my voice sounds. It doesn't matter if I use a different voice or modulate it in some way in the software. Anytime I hear it, I hate the sound of it. So I'm sure you get used to it as a voice actor, but I'm also 100% sure there's just a little part in the back of their head that says, you sound fucking stupid.
No, I promise you, working on this and editing my own voice was weird. And it certainly was off-putting right away, but I got over it after
it's
3 or
very
4
upsetting
episodes.
to hear your own voice.
It is. I mean, it's kind of like looking in the mirror, where
it's like looking at your own butthole in the mirror. Like it's you, but it's unpleasant.
Yeah, it is probably one of the worst aspects. Which people like if you're talking to another person, I'm sure they don't just go, "Oh, your voice is terrible." Like it's specifically to you. If you're hearing your own voice, it sounds bad, but it shouldn't. You do get over it, I think, but I'm sure it does take some time. Eventually I'll get numb to it entirely, and there might be that small sliver of whatever in the back of my head that tells me that I sound like a fucking idiot, especially when I say stupid stuff or make dumb voices, but that's probably it. Ugh.